Good afternoon. Happy New Year's Eve. Almost to the end of 2021. It's been a flying fast, crazy ride. And I'm not sure that 2022 is going to be any less crazy. So I'm here today to just bring a really easy message, okay? Hi, Charlie. I'm so glad that you're here. Jump in here and tell me what's going on with your world as people start to join me. Maybe it'll just be the two of us today. I don't know. It's been a crazy time. Hi there. Crazy time. Who else is feeling it? I feel as if there is the need to just say, well done. You've made it to the end of another year. We have made it. We've made it. We're still here physically. We're still keeping on, right? And it has been a very difficult, very, I want to say learning. We've learned a lot this year, haven't we? I think that's the best way to do it. Instead of it feeling negative, it's like, wow, what a year. Oh, we could sit around and complain about all the things and how difficult it's been. Maybe we could just turn it around and say, man, I've learned a lot this year. It's been a really powerful year, the past 5 or 6 years, my whole life, but really, we've had so many opportunities. We receive so many opportunities in life to learn and to grow and to expand as a soul because we're so much more. We get really hyper focused on this body and on this packaging, right? It's like my cat. You can give them whatever, you can give a cat whatever you want to give them as a gift, but once it's opened, all they really want is the paper in the box. Babies are like that too. That's all that we pay attention to most of the time is our wrapping paper and our packaging, right? Hi, Julie Kiss. And so I feel like it's really important today, and I named it today, Just Give It Love, because so many times we are being, especially here lately, we're really being bombarded with lower vibrational energies, with people that are falling into a lot of negativity. There's a lot of, hi Jessica, I thought that was you. There is a lot of negative energy on the planet as we're moving out of 2021. We can see it if we pay any attention to the news. We can see some horrible things happening. We could spend a lot of time in it and allow ourselves to fall into that negative, lower vibrational energies. If we enjoy it, it's our choice, right? Or we can say, you know what, it's happening, and I wish that it wasn't anymore, and I would love to create something more beautiful for all of the inhabitants on the planet Earth, and I can't create that from that same place that they're in, right? So when they start to pull us into that darkness, into that negativity, into the gossip, or just complaining, or anger over what's going on, or whatever lower vibration, fear. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear right now, isn't there? Remember how important you are. Remember that your energy, the light that you bring to the planet Earth, is so important. And if you're doing nothing, I know I've fallen into something. I want to ask you guys and see if you can relate to this. Because I have a need to try to please others, because I have a need to, I have this core belief that I am supposed to be doing something all of the time. So many of us have this. It's been trained into us, hasn't it? So when we're not doing, we feel as if we're letting somebody down. We don't want to tell people no. They want us to join them in something, or they want something, anything. They want our time. They want our energy. And we have a very difficult time. Hi, Carol Ann. We have a very difficult time saying no, don't we? And I can tell you, everybody in this group that I'm seeing right now is going to raise their hand to that. It's very difficult to say no, to check in with our own selves and decide whether or not we're feeling up to something. We so often just run into the burning building. Hi, Lisa. We're the type that just runs into the burning building no matter what. We might be on fire ourselves, but we're going to run in and try to save somebody else. You're like that. I know that you've got it in you. I've always been like that Joan of Arc attitude. Whatever anybody asks me, I have always felt really, really bad about myself. I put a guilt trip on myself if I don't do for other people what they ask me to do. I also put a guilt trip on myself if they get into trouble and it's not my fault. If I had nothing to do with it, I'm going to feel guilty. Something could happen on the other side of the globe, some horrible thing, and somehow I take the blame. Somehow I might, wait, did I have something to do with that? You know, like it's really kind of, when you think about it, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? But we feel this massive responsibility for humanity and for trying to help to raise the energy. And part of it is in our DNA, in the way that we're wired, because we have been on this planet so many times. We have done things that were probably not that nice in past lives. We feel that karma, right? There's this karmic energy that's very present on the planet Earth that makes us want to pay back for things that we've done in the past. And even though we don't realize consciously in this body, in this lifetime, that we had something to do with that big horrific event, who knows how many lifetimes ago, there's something inside of us that still has it programmed that we have to pay back. So what I'm giving to you guys today, yeah, that's right, Charlie. That's the person, yes, I know that's you, Julie. We're right there. So what I'm giving to you today is there is a huge need to clear away karmic energy out of the Akash, okay? So you have created many times, you've come in and you've done things and maybe you felt like you failed in some way, or you did something that hurt somebody else, and there has always been this karma on the earth, on planet Earth, in this lower density of energy that we exist in, this need to pay back. And so it creates this thing, this seed inside of you that makes you feel as if you are guilty. I don't know if anybody's ever explained it that simply before, and it's kind of a new one to me too. It just kind of came through. Thank you, higher self. That sense of guilt, that sense of I've got to pay somebody back, I've got to work, I've got to take care of people always, I've got to do for people no matter how I feel. If they ask me to do something, I have to say yes. That part of our wiring is that karmic energy that no longer serves humanity. So guess what? You can let it go. You're going to need some help to let it go, but it is time to clear that out of your Akash, because as you clear that out of your Akash, it then frees up your energy to do what you actually came here for. Hi, Conchetta. Good, Lisa. I'm glad. It's just coming through now, so it must be important to some of you to hear this. It's important for me too. That's why I come on here, because I start to get these messages for you that I need to. So I want you to sit in this. I really want you to spend some time with this. How much of what your immediate response to jump in and help has to do with that old karmic programming? We, of course, as empaths, as light workers, we came here to serve humanity. But we didn't come to serve humanity through guilt or lower vibrational emotions. So if that thing that you're thinking, well, I didn't do that and I feel really guilty because I didn't do that, you're not serving humanity. You have to work, really, this is your biggest homework assignment, is to release. And we're coming into a new year. This is your time to get a fresh start. It is important for you to begin to, if you can't get into your Akash, you just set your intention. You can sit here and say, well, I don't know what's in my Akash. I can't see it. Other people sometimes say they can see it, but I can't see it. And you don't even know for sure if they're actually seeing it. I'm going to tell you that everybody has a different filter. They may not be necessarily giving you exactly the right answer, but you can feel your way into it, and you can set your intention on what you choose for the new year. I choose. I am setting my intention on releasing old karmic energy that continues to hold me in this pattern of circling around and never coming into a full landing. You know, I think so many of us feel like that airplane that is just circling the landing field. What do they call it? I'm sure it's called something better than that. But you're just circling. You've just been circling all your lifetime, and many other lifetimes probably too. You just keep on circling and circling, thinking there's something you're supposed to be doing. You haven't fully done it, and you can't come in for a landing. It's time to release all that stuff that holds you in those patterns. Doesn't that feel good? What you think isn't reality. You're exactly right, Charlie. It requires us to let go of thinking, doesn't it? the thinking up here, that part of us that is just replaying that old programming. Say you're, remember when we used to have to wait, to watch, like say we missed a show and we had to wait until it came back for a rerun. And then some shows, they came back, like Little House on the Prairie. I watched all the reruns 100 times. Brady Bunch. I had some shows that I just watched. Old Star Trek. I would watch them over and over again, because I love Chips. I was so in love with Eric Estrada when I was a kid. Anyway, digress. We are so programmed for those to repeat, to have in the same way. We are going back and watching the same program over and over and over again, and somehow we're content in that. We've learned to watch the reruns, to play out the reruns over and over and over again in so many lifetimes. It's the end of the reruns, guys. This is a brand new programming we're coming into. It's time to release all of that old stuff that holds us in that place of, man, I gotta wait for my life to get better. I gotta wait for somebody else to think or do something before I get to start to live. I gotta wait for whatever. We're just doing this, playing the same game. And we're all in this collective together, and we're all affecting each other's, we've forgotten that we are actually very powerful beings, and we get to decide. We get to cut the cords. We get to set our intention on cutting the cords with everyone, even those that we love. We send them love, and we cut the cords, and we create a space for ourselves and in our own power. And even though we are all at the root connected to each other, I hear somebody saying that right now, we are created to stand in our own power, in our own energy, and not to be affected by the lower vibrational energies of all of the other humans that are walking on the planet right now. Because there's a lot of them that have no idea that the energy that they're putting out with all that negativity, it has any effect on anybody else. They're just so into, just watch the news or go to a family event, and you always got that one person, maybe more, but there's always one person that just wants to sit around and talk about everybody else and talk about the world and talk about how horrible everything is. And it's like they get in the mud bath and they want to pull everybody else in with them. And there's a lot of that going on the planet, and at different levels. Some of it's not so nice. Some of it's really miserable. And some of those energies of those people that were creating negativity on the planet still exist, even though their bodies kind of say, bye-bye, I'm done. Their souls are still floating around here. Astral plane stuff, negativity that's working, we're working to clear. And yet, as it clears, it becomes more and more desperate. It tries to hold on. That energy of negativity has been alive on this planet for so long that it just keeps coming back. It either comes back into physical form or it jumps into physical form. It can do that too. When you lower your vibration enough, you can take on energies that are not your own. You can see people on the news that do it all the time. Some of the energies they're taking are pretty horrible. Because they can be, you hear it, they're like, oh, they were so normal. They were so, like, they were a family man. They did this, they did that. And all of a sudden they did this horrible thing. And you think, what in the world just happened? Many people are very affected by this negativity. They fall into that very negative energy. They might be taking drugs, or they might be very depressed, or they might be really drinking or whatever they're doing. And they are lowering themselves into the place of taking on these negative energies. So the only reason why I say that is that we as light workers have a responsibility to continue to rise above. And it requires us every moment. You live in the moment and you send love. So here's the clincher, okay? This is what really, really helps us is there are so many negative energies around us that we will hear somebody else say something or watch something on TV or just go into a room where somebody else is being very negative. And that old programming inside of us wants to play along, wants to go right there with them. It's like, it's that old, it's like just falling backwards, taking a step back, and somehow something in you just says, oh, I'm going to go sit with that person, and I'm drawn to that negativity. In every moment that you exist, there has to be that wakefulness of, oops, I just did it again. My old programming just hopped in and said, and it popped up with some kind of negativity. And now I've got to go back a little bit and I got to send it love. So that's why I called it Send It Love. Send it love. Whenever any part of you, be very conscious of where your thoughts, where your emotions are. And when you start to fall into that sadness, those things that you've already worked on to heal, and suddenly they're popping back up again, you say, oops, nope. Pull it like you're training a puppy dog. Pull it back over here and say, no, we're going into the light. I find myself, it's really kind of comical lately because this other part of me is growing bigger. So every time lately when I start to fall into my small self, oh, that person must not love me. That person doesn't like me very much. That person was negative. And I'll go into, and so then I start to think there's something wrong with me. I go, hold on, stop. That greater part of me comes in and says, no, old programming. Throw that away. You don't need to. And I say it out loud to myself as if I'm retraining myself to think differently. So to cut it short and sweet today, it is a constant. Affirmations are amazing. If you don't have any good affirmations, if you don't know how to do that, I'll send you some. Let me know. I'll post them under here. Affirmations are awesome because you're just training yourself. You have to keep training your brain to stop going into that negative energy. Nope, you can't do that. So I'm going to start talking nice to myself. Man, I love me. I love this body that I'm walking around in. This body has served me so well. Maybe it's not always feeling 100%, but it is still kicking. After all this time, after all that it's been through, it is still doing the best it can. So I love this body. I love this face. It's less than perfect, and yet it is my face, and I love this face. I love this life that I live. I love to walk out in the woods. I love when the sun touches my face. I love to hear the birds singing in the middle of winter, and I have lately. I love that so much. Like, just start talking nice. It doesn't require any kind of fancy training to do this. You just start talking nice. You look in the mirror, I love you. You look in the you're driving down the road and the whole world is going crazy, and you start to fall into that, like, man, these people are crazy, like, and why are they walking in front of me? And my immediate gut reaction is to come out and just say something not so nice, and I have to go, wait, shh, just like you do with the dog. Shh. You learn that sound. It's kind of effective. No, I'm not going to go there today. I'm not going into that negative space today. I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to show love. I'm going to send it love. So that person that just crossed the street in front of me against the light, I'm going to say, I love you. I know you just can't, you don't know any difference. Okay. I love you. Treat them like they're little children, because most of them they really are. They're baby souls. How would you treat a baby? Just send them love. Imagine how we change the world when we just decide that instead of responding out of impatience or negative energy, we just go, okay, love bomb. I just sent them a love bomb. It changes what happens is it not only gives them a better day, but it actually changes our perception. It changes our reality, because then suddenly I no longer need those negative events. I don't need that person to cross in front of me anymore because I learned from it. I have now learned, and guess what? They're not going to cross in front of me anymore. And that's the truth. It sounds like crazy stuff, but it's true, because we are creating our reality. And so something in me was still needing healing and love. I needed to learn how to react better to that. So my soul kept giving me possible little learning moments, teachable moments, so that I could learn to be different, so I could learn to stay in my love and light. And even if somebody does cross from now on, I'm just going to use that as an opportunity to send them love. It's okay. It's okay. I know you're just busy. I know you're distracted by your kids. I know this is an exciting little town. I know there's all kinds of crazy things to look at, and I know it's very distracting. So, I love you. I've been there. I've been a tourist here. I know what it feels like. Can you change the way that you are responding in every moment? And it actually rewires you. You find more joy. You find more purpose. You feel the calmness and the idea of, I don't really have to do anything other than send love. I don't have to say yes to everybody that wants me to do something for them. I can go inside and I can see how it feels to me. I can be calm. I can find love in all things. I can be well grounded. I don't have to allow myself to get all ungrounded and anxious because I'm around other people that feel that way. I can still go into that heart space. I can fall out of this very anxious mind space and go into my heart. There I am. And in that space, there's nothing that needs to really be done anymore. It's just a happy place. It's like spending a week on the beach in Hawaii. Only you get to do it anytime. 2021 has been the year of rewiring for me anyway. Yes, Jessica, I think it has been for all of us. We've been going through it, haven't we? We are going from such a carbon base to a crystalline base, and it hurts. Imagine crystals going through your bloodstream. That's what it feels like sometimes. And yet we're making it. We've made it to the end again. Bridging myself back to it, bringing myself back together. Exactly. Jessica, it really has been. Lisa, I've been doing a high five to me just for getting. Let me applaud you for getting out of bed today, all of you. We all managed to get out of bed. We're still cooking. We're still here. We're still breathing. We're still working our way through all of these emotions and painful moments. I'm right there with you, Lisa. I know. I understand your pain and your grief and the difficulties. I get it. And I know how difficult it's been. And I applaud you. Hi, Lisa Kessler. Good afternoon. So, we are here, all of us together, here at the end of the new year, the end of the old year, the beginning, almost the beginning of the new year. And I just want to give you each a pat on the back today. And I want to encourage you to set an intention to release the karmic energy that still holds you back. So that as you go into the new year, it's like this slingshot effect that just sends you into it, flying. Just put out your arms and just enjoy the flight and know that you're going to be okay. You're going to come in for a soft landing, I promise. We're all going to be flying into it together. And I expect that it'll fly by just like 2021 flew by. And when we get back together in a year, we're going to be going, man, well done, guys. Well done. Look what we've created. That's what I'm looking at. We are powerful. We are coming into even more power. And I'm ready to create a world that we all want to exist in. So let's do it together. Well, Lisa, you might have missed a little bit. It's my fault. I came on at a different time. I've been very distracted this morning. I've been trying to work on my inner self quite a bit. And so it's important for all of us to listen. And when our inner being says, be in stillness or be quiet, I got something for you, we accept that gift. So I accepted that gift today. So I'm a little late. So that's my fault. If you weren't here at the right time, my fault. But guess what? I'm going to post it and you can watch it again. You can watch it as many times as you'd like. So you never really have to miss anything. I'm grateful to you guys. I really am grateful for all of you who have shared this past year with me. And I'm looking towards a beautiful new year for all of us, of even more sharing and more creation together, co-creation together. So I appreciate you. If you want to take a moment, for anyone that wants to stay with me, we'll just share out some really beautiful positive energy to you. Feeling my higher self, I'm feeling the angels. It's like, I love that when the energy starts to come in. I'm like, are we going to do this today? And they're like, yes, we are. So are you willing to allow yourself to believe and accept that you are right now in the space that you're in, completely wrapped up in love and protection? Archangel Michael is right there with you. I ask for him to you, that you remember in this coming year that when things start to feel really crazy or scary, that you ask him to protect you always. These angels, they are so at our feet waiting to help us always. We are still in a world of free will and free choice. We chose it. We created it. And so in that space of free will and free choice, these guides, angels, they're not able to really do the work for us until we ask them. So please ask them. They're asking you now. Please remember this coming year to make them a more prominent part of your existence. That's when life gets really good. Okay? You get in on an airplane, you're a little afraid. Archangel Michael, I do this, and it's really very effective. So There I sit on the plane and it's getting fired up and ready to take off. And I've always been I got a little discomfort in flying. I'm getting better about it, but it doesn't feel quite natural to me going up in that great big heavy airplane. If it was my own wings, it'd be okay. That would feel natural. That great big machine flying through the sky doesn't feel natural to me. So I sit in that plane, and as soon as it gets ready, I put on my earbuds with some kind of good meditation music, and I start calling in Archangel Michael. And man, and I'm like, yeah, protect everyone on this plane. Protect us all as we go up into the air and bring us down safe and sound to where we are meant to be, wherever that might be, wherever you're planning on landing. It works every time. I haven't gone down in a plane yet. So thank you, Archangel Michael. We have this beautiful energy. The whole thing is feeling that sense of calm, the sense of protection. I'm being silly, but I'm being serious too. There is a calm protection when we call in the angels to protect us. And we need it. There's a lot of negativity on the planet, whether you're going up in a plane or whether you're walking into Walmart, wherever you're going. Ask for that bubble of protection. It just doesn't hurt. You can't sleep at night? Ask the angels to help you sleep. I promise it always works. If you trust, it's in asking and believing. You have to ask and allow that to just unfold. Yes, I believe. And it always happens. So right now, feel that layer of protection coming in around you. If you're feeling some anxiety or some discomfort, somebody feels like they're being squeezed in, I want you to just take your arms and I want you to envision that you have this beautiful bubble around you. And I want you to fluff it. Just take it and push your arms like this and just make yourself some space in your bubble. Doesn't it feel better? Whew. Okay, now just stretch it out. Like the baby, you know when you see a baby that gets unswaddled and they start stretching? Now you've got room in your bubble. You can make that bubble as big as you like. It doesn't have to squeeze in on you. When you go into Walmart, you set that bubble up. You ask for Archangel Michael to just seal up your auric field so that you're all nice and safe. And if it feels tight in there, just give it a stretch. Stretch it out. It feels good. It's so much better. I want you to do one more thing for me. I want you to reach up and grab a shoulder on the opposite side, and I want you to bring that energy down opposite. And I want you to do that. Squeeze that shoulder on the other side and bring your arm down like that. And I want you to do this a few times. And Lisa, I know you're getting on a plane soon, so I'm doing this just for you. Cross your energy over the body. Sometimes I do, and I don't think you can see it, I do like a figure 8 in front of me. Anything where you are swirling the energy in front of your body will help you to balance both sides. We get all over to one side or the other side, our ship's going to sink, right? So we want to do something to balance. Dancing, yoga, just stretching and moving, jumping jacks even. It sends you both. Oh, skipping is a good one too. You look silly, but that's okay. We're over being silly. Have fun with skipping. Skipping is very good at crossing your energy over, making you feel more balanced. So now that we're all feeling balanced, you put your feet down. And I want you to feel that earth energy, Mother Gaia is welcome. And that earth energy as your roots grow deeply, deeply into the earth. The energy comes up through your feet. Yeah, I'm sorry that you're feeling. Yeah, release that energy. Just release, Lisa. That's all stored up energy. You don't need to carry that anymore. When our shoulders are really heavy and they ache a lot, it's typically because we're trying to carry the energy of others. So remember what I said. You send love to it. You cut all cords and tethers and all of that. Old karmic energy, old soul contracts. Just start giving permission to Archangel Michael to cut all of that. And you send love. Sometimes when I first get started in the morning, if I'm feeling all that, I'll say, okay, cut the cord to this person and cut the cord to that person. And every time I say, and with love and healing, as I cut that cord, I allow that healing to go to that person or that love. But I don't need to stay in mind clearing to you, right, Lisa? Very good for stress. I love yoga. I need to get more into it, so thank you for the reminder. As you release, you'll feel it all of a sudden. Lisa, I hope you do. Or, yeah, we got two Lisas I'm talking to. I'm sorry, it's confusing. Lisa Kessler, I was talking to about the clearing for the yoga, Lisa. is it Pacinello talking to about the releasing energy on your shoulders. Us moms, we like to carry the weight of the world. So letting go of the weight, you don't need to carry it. I'm giving you permission to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Continue to let it go. And every time, send it off with love. This is not my bag. I didn't get this. Is not my stuff. I don't need to heal this. This is somebody else's stuff. What happens when we carry somebody else's baggage? They don't heal. We're just trying to do their work for them. It never works. So let it go. Releasing it. Tears are flowing. Very good, Lisa. Excellent. So as we're allowing that energy to flow easily now, we're allowing that earth energy to come up through our feet. We feel that heat and that energy moving. It's like a warm friction going right up the legs and all the way up into the base of the spine. And we're asking for that energy, any blocks, cords, attachments to the root chakra to be released. Let's get a good clearing. So see those chakras as two fan blades going in opposite directions. And so as we're releasing energy, they begin to spin. And you can feel that energy start to move right at the base of your spine, and it feels so good. It's like, oh yeah, okay, that's better. And as it starts to spin, it starts to move up into your belly, that sacral chakra, right there at your belly. I call it the womb. It's a very mothering area to me. It's very calming, but we want to have that chakra cleared. So anything that we're holding on to there, let's clear it out. Finding peace. What does it feel like for that baby to be in the womb? So calming, so peaceful. Nice, well done. Moving up into the solar plexus, our storage space. We don't need to keep all that old stuff anymore. Let's just let it go. Just let it go. You've already done the work. Most of the time we've already done the work. We've just forgotten to clear it out. So let's let the angels come in and clear house. All that old stuff that no longer serves us. You take it away, guys. Take it away. We're trusting. We're just giving it up. Don't need it anymore. All those old insecurities that make us feel like we're small. You may have it. We are not small. Taking it away. Very good. Lots of clearing action today. Coming up into the heart. Feel that love in your heart. Fill it right up. Take a big breath. Nice. Well done. Releasing. Very good. If you need another one, take another big breath. Letting go of all anxiety, all lower vibrational energies, anything that is holding me down. Cutting all cords, attachments, earthbound spirits crossing over. They've been hanging on your auric field. They're just crossing. Can you feel that lift of energy? They're just like Archangel Michael is escorting them home. Imagine you being a part of that. You're such a magnet to these energies. But we're helping them cross. It's helping in the ascension of planet Earth. We need to allow all these energies to be crossed over into love and light. Isn't that beautiful? So coming up now into the throat. Beautiful. Feel that energy in your throat chakra as it gets spinning, able to speak your truth openly, unafraid of being who you came here to be. No more excuses. No more being hushed. If you were told to be quiet when you were a child, it's not time to be quiet anymore. Speak your truth. Show your love. Let the angels speak through you. Beautiful. Beautiful energy flowing now. Coming up into the third eye. Take a big breath. Pull it up into the center of your forehead. Nothing to be afraid of there, I promise. You can let that third eye just light right up. Poop! Ready to see. Ready to see who you really are. Ready to feel who you really are. Ready to hear more. Balancing your ears out. Let's get those all balanced too. It'll feel so much better. You won't be so dizzy or headachy once you're all balanced out. You know me. I'm a Libra. I like to balance. So we're getting our energies all balanced. Coming up now into the crown. Feel your crown open up. And all the way up into all of those higher chakras. The energy just keeps moving. And as it does, it's creating a better connection for you. So now, as you're so clear, you just call in your higher self. Call them right in. Hello. And they come right in, settle right there in the core of you. They feel nice. That is you. Nobody else. That's you. You are such an amazing soul, so filled with love. Feel that love fill your core right now. It's just a whole inner being right here, filling you right up. So much nicer. You can carry this with you today. You are integrating and allowing your body at this higher vibration to allow your higher self to inhabit that core center part of you. The wisdom fills in, the knowledge, the answers. Your Akash opens to you. And as it opens, you just set your intention right now to clear that Akash. Clear out all negativity. Anything that I've ever felt guilty, anything that can be cleared at this time, just see yourself ripping it up. I'm done with that stuff. I'm letting it go. So I can move into this new year feeling alive and new and fresh like a newborn baby, ready to start all over again with a brand new existence. I am new. I am completely recreating myself today. How does that feel? Take a big breath. New big baby breath. Pull it into your belly. Fresh and clear and ready. Feels like a spring air that just blew in. Ready to start this year. Brand new. A whole new experience. All positivity and love. No more guilt, shame, blame. I'm leaving that behind. That's done. It's gone away. So let it, watch it just flush right down out of you. Source energy comes down out and over your crown. Feel it? That energy right there at the top of your head. Put your hand there. It comes from you. You will feel your energy right here. And as you do that, you allow for this energy to flush down through your crown. And it's flushing out any residual energy, any old stuff that is still lingering. Just gets flushed right on out through all of your chakras, all the way down, coming all the way down your legs and into your feet. And it goes all the way down into the earth. And the earth says, thank you. Thank you. Because the earth loves to recycle for us. We are feeding the earth, and the earth brings it right back, all brand new and fresh. So as that happens, you can feel that energy at the base of your feet. Pull your roots back up into your feet as it comes in. Feel that energy lighting up every cell of your body. Beautiful. You're a brand new creation today. Closing up those feet chakras. Sealing you up in a bubble. Archangel Michael assisting. Make that bubble as big as you like. All sealed up and safe and perfect. Beautiful. Ready for your brand new life. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm so grateful to the angels and the guides and to all your higher selves for joining me. I appreciate you, and I'm grateful to you for still existing in physical form. I pat you on the back for making it a whole nother year. You're doing a perfect, beautiful job. Cut yourself some slack. Love you today. I love you guys. 2 Lisas. I know, Lisa, isn't that funny? Very good. You guys have done really well today. I appreciate you. Share this out if you feel like it'll help someone else. I love you too, Lisa Kessler. Be safe. You are so welcome, Jessica. Love you too. Charlie, thank you. I appreciate you guys today. I will see you again soon. I'm going away for a few days, so if I don't pop in tomorrow, it's because I'm out and about having some much needed change of scenery for a couple of days. So I will be back on, oh look, we're Sunday night, I believe. We're going to be on, Carol, you'll have to help me, Circle of Light with Jane Montrose. I'm probably saying I'm really messing this up. Sunday night, it'll be at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live on Circle of Light. I think that's what it is. And I'll post the link for it. We'll be on. Carol will be on with me too. Geraldine will be on, and Jane will be on. We'll be probably preparing and helping you guys work your way into the new year. So I appreciate you so much, and I will give you more information to that as soon as I've got a link to it. Take good care. Happy New Year, Charlie. Happy New Year to everyone. Take good care. Yes, downtime, Lisa. Don't we all need that? Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Lisa. Pachinello. I can't see anything. Thank you, guys. Be good. Be good. Be good to you. Take good care of you. Bye. Happy New Year, Jessica.